are recording now. So uh, let's get rolling. We'll start with the recap of the rally. So go ahead, Karen.
I actually was unable to go to rally, the Live Your Passion rally.
Oh, is that Carrie? Okay, so Carrie, I'm sorry. Let's do Carrie first. She just messaged me.
Okay.
Carrie, you got to go to your first rally. Why don't you share a little bit what that was like, if you'd like? We can't hear Carrie. Let's see. Is she having?
I hear you.
Okay.
We don't hear
So
you.
we can't hear you, Carrie. So I tell you what, we'll cycle back around. And if you're able to get it working, we'd love to hear from you. Let's go to Melissa. Looks like you're next in line. Did you have an opportunity to make it to a rally, and if so, or to watch some of the rally videos? What did you think?
Yep, I went to my first rally there yesterday, and it was pretty exciting. There was about 150 people, and I got to meet a couple Young Living distributors, a husband and wife that actually live just up the road from me. So they're pretty positive and pretty excited, and I think that we will probably in the future get together and do a Saturday table somewhere. So yeah, it's really good. Lori Berger was there, the North American general manager, and we had 3 diamonds there as well. We did a diamond panel, and we talked a lot about the new products and the new specials that are on until I believe the 18th or 22nd. And yeah, it was really good, educational and motivating. It was great.
So with this being your first rally, you don't have anything to compare it to. What was one of your takeaways from what they had, whether they had guest speakers or whether they had classes and videos? Like, what was your takeaway?
One of the speakers was Jaylene Hay. I don't know if anybody knows her. She was, and she might have been a speaker on the toxic free home living. But she did a really awesome presentation. She is super passionate. I mean, you can see the emotion when she talks, and just the resources that she draws from the books that I think she's referenced materials from, like, she's just amazing. So yeah, I mean, there's just so much. It was phenomenal. It was like a mini convention. It was great.
So I'm sure you really enjoyed that. Then coming from convention, so that's a nice little boost to give yourself. And then we'll be looking forward to planning our next rally that'll be here in October. So thank you for sharing that. So I think Dana, you're actually next on the list. So why don't you tell everyone where you were this weekend?
So I went down to North Carolina. So I actually hosted one, and that was nice. It was small, but we were at a restaurant, and so it was awesome because I got to meet Kate in person. I got to meet Jana in person. So that was really, really cool. And then Anissa, I got to meet in person, and then a few from my team. So yeah, it was really, really nice. I was very nervous, but I'm glad I got through it. And then after that, yes, I did go to 2. So the funny thing is, so originally, our guest speaker had to cancel because her daughter was very sick. So Leah actually called around and got another gold leader to present at our rally. So her name was Leslie Kramer. She was phenomenal. And she actually was going to a rally later that evening. And one of the diamonds that was putting that rally on actually messaged us and said anyone from our rally could come to her rally for free. Tickets, I think, were regular $35. So it was cool because me and one of my team members were able to go. Most everybody else was kind of tired because it was a lot, but it was only 7 minutes away from where we hosted ours. So that was very nice. It was a very, very blue rally. I don't even think they played like even half the videos. Like, so if you were blue, you would absolutely love Beth. She has bright red hair, so you know she's very blue. But it was fun. It was nice. A lot of great information. They had actually a guy from corporate that just started 3 weeks that his sole job is to improve enrollment process and customer relations. Because one thing that they were just talking about is like, you know, places like even like at Amazon, it's so easy to shop. Whereas, you know, he was like, how many people feel like Young Living has a system to enroll people that is easy, and, you know, people are able to do it on their own. And of course everyone's like, no, like you have to like walk people through, like it's like, wait, don't forget to put my number in, like, you know, and how many different steps it is, and how he just gave some statistics as to like a lot of people, when they have to do too many steps, they're not going to come back and keep shopping. Like if it's not easy, you're not going to get a good response. So his sole job is to work on all of those logistics with the internet and computer and things like that, to improve the enrollment process and getting started. I think honestly, with some tips from what I learned there, I think I would have to do a whole Zoom call just on that, because there was so much information. Like, yeah.
So really quickly though, I know it's a lot to take in and process. You sent me an interesting picture. Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Which
the
picture?
One about the having a flip kit?
Oh, yeah. So in the two, I forgot what the other lady, the gold leader that hosted that one, but her and Beth, they do the Elevate events in DC. But one thing that like she just kept emphasizing is, I think it was like 76% rate for that instant gratification. So like she was just saying, like if you have a kit on hand, a flip kit, like people are more apt to get started and stay and stick. So she was saying just, you know, whatever investment you need to make, if that month you have a little bit lower of an ER just to be able to afford to get that flip kit, make sure everybody, if you're building a business, you should have a flip kit. Is so important to building your business. There was another interesting take that I appreciated that they really talked about, because she had a percentage, I don't remember the exact percentages, also how important it is to have face-to-face contact. And she had talked about how like she has a whole leg and team in Canada, and she's like, no, I don't fly to Canada to support them, but I do my one-on-ones just like a Zoom call, just like they were in front of me. We walk through everything. And she's like, that's so important, because we emphasize more one-on-ones, getting people started, and then our classes are about education. So she's like, don't just invite people to a class expecting them to get their kit that day. You should have already like face-to-face had that personal one-on-one interaction with them. So once they get to the class, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we already talked about all that, like, and they're just ready to buy. But you've already kind of like solidified that before. So it's I don't know, she just said that she has a lot more success rate with that and being creative with the classes. Their take was like, you shouldn't just be doing one-on-one classes, because again, the classes should be education. So the classes should be, now we have these people, so let's get them moving. Some of the classes, her 3 top classes, she said was her one with kids, but she does it like a fairy tale. And then she has one, Oils in the Bedroom. And she's like, I love doing that one with couples, because the guy is like, buy it all. Get it all, honey. Whatever you want. Just get it all. And then I think her last one that she says she gets a lot is the copycat diffusers. And I thought that one was kind of an interesting one, because she was like, I realized like half the people that I was talking to, when I'm like, oh, get the chemicals out of your home, candles are bad, they're like, yeah, but I just like the way it smells. So she's like, I don't even approach those people with any type of health benefits. All I do is I take recipes that I'm like, oh, they like the ocean smell from their candle. So then she has a copycat diffuser recipe for that. So she's like, we don't really talk about health. All we do is talk about it smells good and you should like it. And there you go. And so then in their head, they're like, oh yeah, that smells good. I like that. And then they get more diffusers and they use more oils. So she's like, you have to meet people where they are. She's like, they don't care about the chemicals. They don't care about what you're talking about. They just want things to smell good, or they just want to feel a certain way. So she was like, so those people, we don't educate on that. Like when they're ready for that, they can get that information too. But that way you're meeting people where you are. So those were her 3 top classes that she says she gets the most interaction and responses from.
Very good.
Can I interject for a second? Can I just interject for a second? Because I want to make sure that, and Dana, when you get a chance, like you have to tell the story in the group so everybody understands this. But if everybody could just understand like how awesome of a company that we work for and how the universe always has your back. So when I sent out postcards to everyone on my team about the rally, including those that were in North Carolina. And so I was going through and I was seeing, and I saw that there were a lot of rallies in North Carolina. And so when I got my invitation for a silver retreat, there was an individual who was the first person that like I asked a question and she immediately responded to my question. And so I was like, oh, I want to have some contacts when I get there. I want to network. So I looked her up. She was the first person I talked to in Silver Retreat, and I saw that she was in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I started chatting with her to get information because I was like, this is wonderful. This is perfect. I want to make sure that Dana can get connected with leaders while she's down there. And she was all like, oh, you guys should come to our rally. And I'm like, well, we already have one. I just want them to have the information when they come in October. And so I connected Dana with that person. And so then we had the information for that large rally. And I was able to give that to Leah because Dana and I had we had a vendor event Thursday night, and then I was completely booked Friday through Sunday. So I had no way that I could support. And Leah just basically put an email in that large rally saying, hey, we need help. And then she was able to call around and get people. And just within 24 hours, somebody to say, yes, I can, because I'm going to be in that city. I can back up. I can speak for you. And yes, you guys can come to our rally. Like, this company is just absolutely amazing. And the fact that they have a community down there that will support and be like that, that is what we want up here, guys.
Yes.
Like, that's what we need. We need to be able to have that. We need to create that and have that in Ecuador. We need to have that here. Because the online rally that I was a part of in Chicago is the same way. They just have that, like, if there's an issue with one person in that city, you know that there are Young Living leaders that are going to do the right thing and have your back. That is what these Zoom calls are about. That's what we're going to be talking about on the 30th for our next rally. And that's what we're trying to create. And it does exist, and we can learn from that.
So I will add to that, one other thing that they really, really kept emphasizing at their rally is the importance of cross-line connections. So every single person that was hosting that, they were all cross-line. None of them were on the same team. So the gold leader, the diamond leader, and then I think there was a crown diamond leader that was there. None of them were on the same team. There, and one of I think the gold leader, she was like, I love my upline, I love my downline, but I got to find my people. And my people happen to be cross-line. So, and you could tell personality-wise, they all meshed very well. And like the gold leader and the diamond leader, they're like, we do things every single week together. Like, we talk almost every single day. And I believe the diamond leader actually lives in South Carolina, but she came up to Raleigh, and it was nice because they rallied their troops. And when you walked in there, like, you couldn't tell, like, this was, oh, there's my team over here and my team was over there. Like, they were all one big, like, YO family.
Yeah, very cool. I pulled up that graphic that you were talking about. I just wanted to share it with everyone really quickly. Let's see here. All right, can everyone see my screen? Yes. Okay. So this was the success statistics that you were talking about. 73% of people are more likely to buy if the gratification is immediate. So, I mean, that's just how human nature is, right? You know, we want that instant gratification. 56% of people will buy something if their friends do it. So obviously that speaks for itself. 59% of people are more likely to buy from referrals. 42% of people are likely to buy if they get something for free. So that's something to think about. Some of the promos that you get from your ER or things that you've gotten with your kit or with your points.
She also mentioned like doing little stuff. So they were like big on rollerballs. And so she was like, I will just take like a cheap little rollerball, make a bunch of rollerball samples, and it'll be like, you get your kit tonight and you get this free, one of my favorite rollerball blends. So she's like, it doesn't even have to be something expensive. You don't have to break the bank to give them something. They just appreciate having something extra.
Yeah. And then that 22%, like you talked about, of people need face-to-face interaction. So don't allow them to get lost in the social media vortex, right? So have that face-to-face interaction. That's what I've been working on. I was trying to pull that up so you guys could have the visual. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing that. All right, so anyone else able to attend a rally that they would like to share their experience from?
Can I try again? Can you guys hear me this time?
Yes.
I tweaked some settings. Yes, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I guess it technically was my second rally because I went to the one in April and we went to the farm in Ecuador. And this time the rally was at the main offices. So kind of unique to be in Gary's old home. His home, the offices were his home before they built the farm. But I didn't know what to expect. I had prepared a little presentation. Zero was organizing it, and he's like, yeah, sure, come on over. So it was a 12-hour overnight bus ride, and the whole night thinking, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? How is it going to go? You know, I haven't participated in a rally before. But it was just really nice, you know, and like you said, there wasn't separate teams feeling. We just really felt that at the office too. In fact, there were, I think, 3 classrooms. So there were 3 rallies going on at the same time. And, you know, when we were in the hallway, we're all mingling and where are you from and all that fun stuff. And interestingly, there were several walk-ins because it was at the offices. So it had a really, I assume, different feel and wasn't just all team members. So we had one come into our classroom and we were making, you know, splash little spray bottles. And he was talking about proportions and all that. And just went into the whole thing with the kit because she'd never used oils, didn't have a kit, just barely heard of Young Living, saw an invitation and came. So that was kind of fun with that. And I mean, it ended up, by the time I gave my presentation, there were 4 people in the room. Not a huge thing, but it was just a good experience for me to make myself do it, just get out there and make the huge effort to go there. And I was actually, I feel like I got more results afterwards. I mean, it was a nice reaction and a good interchange during the event. And we all hung around for a little while after. But it's like after I left there, I got a contact on the bus ride home, 13-hour bus ride home. I got a contact from someone else, and they're like, oh, yeah, give me her number. Oh, yeah, she'll want your number for sure. Someone had told me they went to a town to sell books, and they're like, oh, this lady wants your number. She's got the same oils you were talking about. And I'm like, how random is that? But it's because I made the effort to go there and just feel the community effort, that it wasn't just me stuck alone out in the middle of the jungle. And we really do have a team, even if they aren't directly our team members. So it was a really nice experience that way.
All right, very cool. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad that you were able to get your mic working, Carrie, because I think that's the first time I've heard your voice. So
I know, it's like every time I get on, it's like, I don't know what buttons to push.
Yeah.
I usually don't even get that. I think it's because I'm on my laptop so I can find the other options.
So Tashina, you were saying that rallies are like mini conventions. Yeah, absolutely. So think of the excitement that you guys experienced with the rally that we had over the weekend. If that was your first rally and you have not been to convention, convention is like 100 times bigger and better, bolder, you know. So on that note, I still encourage everyone to try to get a ticket to go next year. I think the price just went up for convention tickets
200.
to $199, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they will go up over time. This is still the cheapest time to get it if you have not already gotten your ticket. All right, so at this time, let's go ahead and transition into still doing our convention recap, and talking about Chris Opfer's class on Ditch the Pitch, optimizing ER on your team. I think this is probably one of my favorite workshops, but Karen is going to share her bits and nuggets, and then we'll open up the forum and let everybody else share if they would like what they appreciate it. So take it away, Karen.
I'm mute now. Okay. Hi. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay, hi. So for people who don't know me, my name is Karen Adams. I'm an executive on Young Living, and on my way to silver, July 28th is the goal, so I'm super excited about that. And I am so thankful for you guys to give me this opportunity and to give me a task to do, because I am a blue. So I needed tasks, and it was awesome because I have a pretty big function coming up this week, and this is just perfect. I think everything happens for a reason, and it's going to fit in perfect. So Chris Offrey was a Royal Crown Diamond, and he did a ditch and switch class, which was amazing, and it's optimizing ER on your team. Here's a really quick recap on this. So the people that didn't go to function, this is some of the things that you can expect to see when you come next year. 2010, so he's a Royal Crown Diamond. That in and of itself is awesome. 2010, he graduated with a doctorate degree in lawyer, and he was also a prosecutor in California. In 6 years, he left that to go work the Young Living business with his mom. And that is awesome. There's two things. One, the potential is definitely there to grow this business to whatever you want it to. The second one, which is just near and dear to my heart, is that you can build it with your family. And not only just that, but you can leave a legacy for your family. So it was pretty cool to just even hear that statistic. It was really, really cool. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because he did use a PowerPoint. I downloaded it, and I'd like to just view that with you guys and just hit the highlights for you, if that's all right.
Absolutely. I didn't even know that we could download those. So
You can. I'm going to see if this works. Let's see if this works. Share screen. Can you guys see this screen?
Yep.
The ditch, the pitch, optimizing ER on your team?
Yep.
Okay, great. Yay, it worked. Okay, so one of the things that because we talked about income, I wanted to make sure that we put this up there, the income disclosure. But one of the big things that he was excited about, which kind of made me think, yeah, I am pretty excited about it too, is that 94% of our business is distributors, which means they order products, which means we have an awesome opportunity to teach them how to order their products to the best way that they can, and how they can help become better and live the Young Living lifestyle. So some of the things that he covered, and we'll be covering it too, I'm just going to go ahead and plagiarize this whole thing so it'll run smoothly. That's what they put it up there for, right? So that we can teach everyone. So the big three things that we're going to cover is what it is, why, and how. Most everyone on here is in ER, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on what it is. To just recap, it's like the rewards program that Young Living offers to their members. So it's only for members. You have to have a 50 PV monthly subscription, and it's changeable, which is nice. And there's discounted shipping as well as rewards for bonuses when you order more. So that's pretty cool. I just wanted to kind of go over that. And this is just the tiered bonus percentage for those that don't know it. For the first 3 months, you get 10% back off of your purchases. For the next 4 to 24, you get 20%. And then for 25 months and plus, you get 25% back for life, which was awesome. And then on top of it, you get 3, 6, and 9 months, and you get a special gift, which you can't even purchase anywhere, a loyalty oil, and that's at the 12-month after being on. So not only do you get free points, you get discounted shipping, you get you get free stuff through ER, through specials that we have, but even for being on longer, they reward. So that's kind of cool. Okay, why? This one is pretty good. So he kind of went into a comparison, and I really, really appreciate this because I'm and here agrees. So the big deal is that when you're talking to people about ER, you're given an opportunity that we have to give them. And this is just an example. So what he did is he took the Young Living products, he subtracted 20% from the wholesale cost back when you're on ER, and then he compared it to the natural products. So I am just going to quickly run through this because it kind of blew my mind how good we have it. So if you want to do a natural clear here, it's $1.29 compared to $3.32. This $1 is a so yes, the whole more would be more expensive. As well as some of the seedlings line, which is our baby whites, that is actually $7. But if for per 72 wipes, and then that is better, or if you're having like aloe or things up to 9. Minerals is pretty comparable to those that are out there. The Life 9, which is our probiotic, is very comparable. And this, just another thing too, he took an average. So some of these probiotics that are out there are more expensive and some are a little bit less. So he took the average and we're already price comparison. He went through lotion, lavender lotion was a little bit more expensive than the stuff that's out there, but in comparison, it's not. The Thieves toothpaste, lavender, and this is including the $5 bottles that everyone's telling you that it's much cheaper that's out there, which we know it's not better. But and it's comparing that, it's putting that into this average here at 15.43. So he also compared Ninja to goji berry juice. That's pretty comparable as far as the benefits and ORAC value, and it's actually cheaper. So in the comparison, Young Living is actually $4 cheaper than going out and buying the natural products. That is not including all the free products that we get, nor is it comparing that we have premium products, right? So comparing apples to apples, it kind of really can't, but he did the best that he could. And so we're actually helping them save money and just put it in a more premium product. So that was kind of cool to me to see that, you know, we're not trying to sell people this, we're just trying to show them that there's a better way to do things, right? There's a better way to take care of your health. There's a better way to take care of your family. And there's a better way to spend your money on premium products as well as getting some percentage back. So that was pretty cool. All right, now, wait, are we still on why? What? Why? Anyway, so it's a win for our businesses. So members not on ER, this is what they're not ordering, and this is what's ordering. So when we go to enroll people, ER needs to be the first thing on our brain. And the reason being is because we don't want those one kit wonders, which I'm actually currently I'm going through right now. And signed up a lot of people this month last year, and I'm like, oh, I gotta follow up with them. So the other thing too is that we're consistently helping people share with family and friends in a duplicatable way while emphasizing the Young Living lifestyle. This is ER. We cannot be duplicatable. We cannot be sustainable. We cannot be consistent in our businesses if we don't have people on ER. So it's just a great business way. And not only just that, but it's a great way to help people obtain their goals. The how. Okay, here we go. So what he went over some of the challenges, objections versus opportunity, general considerations, and good, better, best. And this is what really hits home for those people that are already on ER. They know what it is, and then it's also a great thing too. The comparison is great, but this here is the how. So we're going to go over the language on how to make it so that people are actually getting on ER when you're enrolling them. So some of the challenges, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard. I've already heard about this. Like, oh yeah, I've heard about this. I'm not going to get on it because it never stops. No, that's not the case in here, and we can meet those objections. Following up. So not only do we get them started, but now we have to follow up. And in that follow-up, we need to make sure that it's timely in order to get them on the ER. So sometimes for me too, like I didn't know really what to say. I'm like, it's ER, I'm on it, right? So you should be on it too. And sometimes that's great. Some things, when you're talking to a family member or a friend, yeah, they'll talk to you about that, and maybe they'll enjoy because you're on it and this is what you do. Sometimes too, you feel like you're asking friends and family for more money. When in actuality, you're not. You are not asking them for more money. They're spending that money anyway. We're just teaching them to buy it at a more premium product and a better deal, as we just went over. Sometimes you feel awkward, like, I don't know, should I go for the gold? And you know what it is? You're just meeting all these objections, and you can turn them into opportunities for you. You're helping them make an informed decision when you give them all the options. And that's something that really hit home with me, because if you're not talking about ER, then you're not giving them an informed decision when they go to get started. You're going to empower them, which is to make someone stronger and more confident, especially in controlling their life. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to empower people? And then not only just that, but who doesn't want to feel empowered, right? They want to make their own decision, but if you're not talking about it, then you're not going to be able to empower them to make the best decision for themselves and for their family. So one of the big things is there's some different approaches. We can say that there's no obligation, which there's not, right? You can get off ER anytime. Normalize it. This is something huge that hit home with me. And to normalize it, it's more normalizing it for ourselves, right? So if we start being like, oh, well, there's this other really cool thing called ER, and you don't have to get on it if you don't want. Think about like when you have your kids around and there's some big noises that are going on, and they're looking at you to be like, oh, are you scared? Are you scared? And if you're scared, your kids are going to be scared. Well, if you're like treating ER like, it's this program, it's really cool, but it's up to you if you want to do it. That just throws up red flags in my book. Like, I'd be like, dude, I'm not getting on that. I don't know what you're talking about. So that's something that when you talk about normalizing it, we're trying to normalize it within ourselves and our message going forward. Some of the comparisons that they used is just great. You can think of it as like your cashback credit card. You can think of it as your, it's like a Shoppers Club meets the online home delivery service meets the cashback credit card. And we can talk to that, right? We can tell them that every time you purchase, you're going to go ahead and get your points back, but it comes right to your door, so you don't even have to spend the money to go shopping somewhere else. It's great. It comes right to your door, but you're getting a member too. So you're getting that wholesale membership. So I think when you draw the comparisons, it's a great way to normalize it for other people too. So right now I'm staying in a Marriott, and if I was to use my Marriott points, I get those points accumulate to where I can get a free stay, right? And everyone knows the cashback credit card. Everyone knows points or some sort of, some sort of points or reward system for purchasing things for their products. So that's how you can normalize it for people. So this is the other thing too. ER promotes the young living lifestyle. So this is going to give you an opportunity to talk to them, and I'll give you some wording too that he specifically used that really helped me too. So ER promotes the young living lifestyle. You can say stuff along the lines of, hey, I know that you were interested in getting all those toxins out of your homes. This is the best way that we have in order to do it. Right? I mean, like, this is the best way. Here's the best way. So, and then we can talk about the consumables, as well as we're not asking them to spend any more money. We're just asking them to spend it in a different way, because they're already spending that. They did a survey, and it said about the average American family spends $150 on cleaning supplies, personal products, and supplements. Well, $150 on ER is going to get you $15, right? So if we know our audience, we can speak to them and say, hey, listen, that $150, that's going to get you $15, which will be any of these products listed on the screen here. Eve's hand soap, a Jade lemon, an RC, lavender oatmeal bar. I mean, so we can incentivize them too when they sign up to do ER, that we can get them money back or points back, which will equivalent to product. So when people are getting ready to get started, we can give them the options, 3 options. And most people know this, but I'm gonna just run through it for everyone here. It's the good, better, best deal, right? So what's good? The good is the customer, right? So and this is what is so, so simple, but yet I didn't get it until going through this to prepare for everyone. So good. So there's 3 ways to get, when everyone's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, great. Let's go over your options. There's a good, better, best. The good way to get started is to become a customer. So this is if you're never gonna ever order a product again, it would be recommended that you get a customer. It's retail, you do not get a wholesale, but you know, if that's what they're gonna be, then let's help them become a customer, right? As if they're never gonna order anything anymore. The better way is through a wholesale membership, kind of like a shopper's club. So like, and it's member exclusive offers, you get 24% off retail price, and you have the option to share if you choose to do so. And when he said that, that kind of hit home with me, because a lot of the times when we're talking about getting people started, we don't talk about the business. We just talk about products, which is fantastic. That's what sells it, right? The products are amazing. But he put that little nugget in there to give them the opportunity to say, hey, what do you mean about sharing, right? And then we can go into a little bit further about what it is that we share. We share our oils, and in that, Young Living gives you a percentage back, right? They say it's a thank you referral bonus that you get for sharing your oils with other people. So there's an opportunity there that we can just kind of put that in there and just kind of leave it in their lap. So if that's, that's the good way. So we went over good, better, and now best. Best is the essential rewards member. You get everything that the member gets. So you get the wholesale prices, 24% off retail. You get exclusive offers, but every time that you purchase, you're going to be earning points on everything that you order. And it goes anywhere from 10% to 25%. It depends on how long that you're on the program. I'm currently at 25%, and it's the best thing that I have. I have $243 or points to spend right now. That's truth. I can tell them those things. Not only just that, but you get discounted shipping. It's kind of like a shopper's club meets an online shopping club meets an online home delivery club that gives you cash back. Now, then you just leave it. Which one would you like to sign up with? And obviously, they're going to choose the Essential Rewards member. Who wouldn't? I mean, and to make it so simple as to just give them the options. Instead, a lot of times for me, I focus on, wait, I gotta get the sale, or I gotta get them on, I gotta become a member. Okay, good. And that's it. No. Empower the people to make an informed decision, right? And not only just that, but then you can get into the consumables, and that's going to make your business grow. But here's the best thing about it too. You can also help them and help their families to become better and healthy overall. So some of the things that they consider are some add-ons. You can use stuff along like a piece of broccoli. So this is what his mom uses. I'm just going to put these all up here. A piece of broccoli. So, we all know that vegetables are good for us, right? But if you were to eat one piece of broccoli once a week, would that be helpful? And of course, they're going to say no. Well, the same thing with this, right? But we know that if we eat vegetables every single day, in 3 to 6 months, we're going to be feeling better. I know that you're looking into getting out the toxins in your life. This is the best way to do it, because that way we have you using it every single day. Because that's the only way that you're going to get better, right? I mean, let's just be honest with them, because we're helping them make that decision. And I think a lot of people are going to do what that they're told to do. I mean, I hate to say that, but I really do feel that people do what they're told to do. And also, you're helping them to make that decision. right? And that's all we're doing. We're just giving them the facts. That, and if you're ever going to order again, this is the best way to do it, right? So if you're ever going to order again, get on ER, right? I mean, it's the best way. Why wouldn't you? You can get off of it whenever you want. And some people have actually called them and said, or told them that if you ever want to get off ER, I will be on the phone with you and help you get off ER, right? Let's remove that excuse from them saying, oh, I'm not sure, I'm not this. Well, we can help them by removing that excuse. Again, it's the best deal. You're spending the money anyway, just spending in a better premium product. And not only just that, but you're also getting cash back or points back to the point where you're going to be able to save up 243 points to be used. And then this one here, no worries, I'll remind you. Best thing ever. So if everyone's like, yeah, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and get the membership, and but I got to think about that ER or that essential reward. No problem. No worries, I'll remind you. And then you just do what you say you're going to do. You remind them. You remind them a month later. If you do a texting campaign, that's usually within my texting campaign. If you do any educational things, you can remind about ER, or you can even post a picture of all your free stuff that you got from your points. That's reminding them too. Here's the best thing that he said. He said, when they place an order, I get on the phone and I say, hey, I saw that you placed that order. Congratulations. But you know, if you would have gotten on ER, you could have gotten whatever, lemon oil for free. You know, and it's just reminding them. I know you said that you didn't want to do that, but I'm just told you that I'd remind you. So I'm reminding you that when you place that order, you could have gotten something for free. Is this something that you want to get on now? Leave it in their hands, right? And just be quiet. Don't try to be like, is this something? I'm not sure. I told you I'd remind you. You know, and that's something that I've done. I'm not saying don't do that because I've seen it in other people. I've seen it in myself. So anyway, so those were really good little anecdotes. Treat ER like it's normal and not an afterthought. Follow up. And what happens if you don't ask? It's always going to be a no, right? If you don't ask them, they're not going to know. Not only just that, but you're not really empowering them to make the decisions that they need to make if you're not telling them about it. And that's talking to me. It's not talking to everyone else. I mean, seriously, I need to take this to heart. So the biggest thing that he says is just normalizing it. It's normalizing it within ourselves. It's also normalizing it as a, what did I have it? I have it, write it down. Shoppers Club meets online home delivery service meets cashback credit card. And a lot of people that are out there right now are buying these unknown boxes that just show up at their door. Are you serious? Like, if I had stuff show up my door that I didn't even know what was in it, I don't even know if I'd open the box. But a lot of people are doing that. Like, it's like a surprise box every single month. Oh my goodness, let's get a surprise box that you actually want with premium product. So the last thing he did, it was awesome. He said, approach it with a little valor and humility, with a little hope in present time. You'll receive a bunch of gratitude because you're empowering people to make that decision of themselves, and which will eventually to abundance that helps you reach your highest potential. So that's what he did. He did a fantastic job, and I'm glad I could play. So
Cool. Well, thank you, Karen, for sharing that. Yeah, I have to agree. First of all, if you bought a ticket and you went to convention, a lot of the videos that we're doing, they are uploaded on their site, and this guy is hilarious. Okay.
yes.
So this is why I say this was like, if you're like a blue personality, he was really engaging from that aspect. He also had a little bit of green in there as well. So by all means, I encourage you, like after this call, or you know, if you get time between the next call, go back and watch him deliver. It was really, really funny. I just wanted to really quickly draw attention to something. So one of the slides that you showed talked about ER versus OGV. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So Chris was saying that 64% of the OGV that Young Living produces comes from 32% of people on ER. So let me pull this up here and show you guys this. All right, everyone see that graphic? So this was one of the things that Chris drew attention to, that the fact that 64% of the gross revenue that Young Living brings in every single month comes from 32% of their customer base who are on ER. That's huge. So when you look at like your organization, like that is the number that you're trying to shoot for, right? So out of however many members that are on your team, if you have at least a 32% of your team members ordering on ER, you're doing well. I think Dana and I looked today, we're at 36% roughly. Like if you can shoot for that, like that's going to be huge for your business. So I know we were able to look it up really, really fast on Oily Tools. We've talked about that before on this call if you have that, or you can figure it out manually as well. But I thought that was a big thing to draw attention to. I like, Karen, that you mentioned that we have to normalize it. You know, we're not asking them to spend extra money. We have to stress the importance of replacement buying for them. So that's why this slideshow is great. I didn't know that we could download them. Like I'm sitting here like downloading all of these presentations now. So that's one of the advantages of having the digital ticket that's available as well. I'm not going to rehash because Karen, I feel like you covered everything really, really well. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to share that maybe they got an opportunity to watch it or they went to that workshop?
I just want to reiterate a couple of things. So definitely everyone, you need to look at what your organization is. I mean, if you have, you know, I don't know, like 40 or less people, it should be fairly easy for you to calculate it out. And if you're not at that 32%, you have like a lot of work to do because it's very true. And then it's also true that if you can get above that, you will have definitely a growing team. And probably if you've ever like had trouble maintaining a certain OGV, this may be part of your problem. Part of your problem may be is that you personally are great at signing people up and you don't necessarily have people underneath you signing people up and you don't have a lot of people on ER. So when you are in hustle mode for like 3 months and then you take a step back and you're no longer signing up as much as you were and you don't have anyone on ER, then you'll see your OGV go down. So this is very, very clear. But from an overall standpoint, I would say even myself, this is something that I have to get much better at. I'm going to do exactly what Karen was doing. I'm going to just re-listen to it and write that down and practice those phrases because it is the best way. I mean, I never in person ever sign somebody up as a customer because I honestly would rather them just go to the health food store and get it. Like it's not even worth my time because like it truly is true that like if they just buy one oil, it's not helping their lifestyle at all. So for me to try to follow up with you, it's like, so I never sign somebody as a client that way. But it's the same thing. I'm not doing good enough at all by just selling them a kit because I got plenty of people that are going inactive because they bought a kit and they're blue personality and they either didn't open the kit or they didn't know how to use the oil, so they used all of them and they were like, well, I don't really know why I need to reorder because I was just diffusing them and I don't know what they were doing. So I've failed lots of people and I'm really determined to not fail people in the future. Like it really is important that we get them using our lotion. That lotion is going to last them 4 months. We get them using the Thieves Cleaner. And those are the things that they're going to reorder. Some of those oils are going to last them 3 months. But if we get them using the consumables, the toothpaste, the lotion, the cleaning products, the Ninja Red, especially the Ninja Red, that's the stuff that they're going to need on a monthly basis. And so I'm in the same boat with Karen. Like I've failed a lot to do this and I'm going to keep practicing so that I can do it. And the people that we do have on ER that have been happenstance, like it's going to be a thing that we need to normalize it.
All right, thank you. We're running out of low on time. Nikki had something that she wanted to share, and then we'll talk about some events.
So I think for me watching the video, like the main point I took from it was when he said to tell them about it, like ASAP, make it something normal. Like Karen said, like we need to get better at doing that. And I know for me personally, it was like, okay, I'll tell you about it later. Whereas now, after hearing the presentation, it was like, okay, no, I need to tell them about it when they're signing up because it is right there after they pick whatever kit they want. that's the next thing on the drop down. It's like, okay, this is ER. So we need to explain to them what ER is, and maybe no, they don't want to pick their products that day, but them learning that they're going to get money back will make them go ahead and do it. Because I know, like me personally, I have a Southwest card, and I took 2 flights last year and paid $11. So for me personally, that's something, my mindset is like, okay, well, let's do this because I want this money back and I want these points back so I can shop for free. And I'm a shopper. So I know it's a lot of people out there like me.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, we laughed about when he was talking about the card, and he's like, no, my jeans, my socks. He was getting like 2-3% back. I swear we died laughing. So like I said, like if you get a chance to go back and watch it. But we're going to try to stick to our time limit really quickly. Thank you for everyone for sharing and being on the call. This is really, really great. Stop me at the end if I miss any events, but this is going from, I guess, the last one that team schedule that I had. So Sunday, July 22nd from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. is the Savvy Spa Party that's at the Pure Relaxation and Massage Spa. That's in Dixie, off of Dixie Highway in Waterford. Tuesday, July 24th will be our next in-person team meeting. That one is entitled, I've tried one of those things before, the truth of working a home-based business. So we had a really, really great turnout for our first one at the Rusty Bucket in Bloomfield off of Woodward. So keep it up. Hopefully we'll see you guys, and even more so. We had every chair was filled by the time that we left. So that was wonderful. Tuesday, August 7th, 7 p.m. Tell me more about those oil things. So that's an intro to EOs. So that's a great one to bring new people to. And we'll be talking about getting them on Essential Rewards as well. Tuesday, August 14th, 8:30 p.m. Spanish Intro to Oils class. That's online, Tashina? Yes. Okay. So that's an online event.
Yes.
Okay. As well, also Friday and Saturday, August 17th and 18th, is the 12th annual Exceptional Expectations Summer Conference with Dr. Benjamin Perkis and Bethany Shipley. So those tickets are still on sale, correct?
I have leadership packs. So if you need a ticket, you come to me. Or if you're on Karen's team, you go to Karen. Anyone executive and above has leadership packs. So if you are here in Michigan and need a ticket, then go to your upline leadership to get your ticket.
How much are the tickets for that one?
I gotta check. I think they're, because
30 or 35, one of the two.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So that information, it looks like there's an event posted for that too on Facebook, so feel free to check that out. And then the following Tuesday, August 21st, 7 p.m., we'll be talking about Help 5, the power of Help 5. Those ones in August, Tuesday the 7th, and Tuesday, August 7th, and the 21st will actually be located in Southfield. So I'll be updating that information for those who want to attend in the future. We're trying to stay centrally located for those. But those are all the events that we have planned out as of now. I'm sure some of that will be changing and growing, and we'll continue to keep you guys updated. Was there anything that I missed that anyone wanted to promote?
Yeah, so number one, I need a graphic immediately in order to promote the next Tuesday class, because that's how I do it. I got to text it out or direct message it out. And then do we have the actual Google Docs updated with all those locations and all that? If that's not, I need to get that as well to copy and paste to a flyer. And then the 30th, Monday the 30th, we have our first October 6th rally planning call with our Crossline team members, gold and silvers. And so if you're here in the Michigan area and you are on that planning team, make sure that that is in your schedule as well. It'll be 8:30 p.m. Eastern, or if you are within driving distance and have came to a rally and you want to be on the planning team, you can feel free to do that as well.
Okay, cool. I will update the Google Doc and get the graphic out. And then hopefully we'll see everybody on the call next week, and then we'll see everybody that is doing the rally on the rally planning call as well. So thank you everybody for your time. Everyone have a good night, and we'll keep in contact.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Love you guys.